Welcome. So in this class, we'll talk about empowerment and gender indices. Now, this is a very important aspect where we would focus on the global gender indexes as well as the gender disparities that are commonly taken into account. So, first of all, let's understand what is empowerment. So, empowerment is not just a single phenomena, it's a complex multidimensional aspect which is based on a dynamic process, and it is not something which can be given to another. It is something which is a process rather than giving it to a single person. It is the capability, the power, or the agency that actually brings in the change in the life choices that are there, and therefore it is called as empowerment. So when we say a person is empowered, the choices of the person are changed, the power of the person is changed, the capacity of the person is changed, and therefore they are able to make better life choices than before. And this whole idea of bringing in better life choices than before is the concept which brings in the focus of empowerment. So empowerment is classically a complex phenomena. It's not a simple one thing that you say that this happened so a person got empowered. Yes, there are education, health, better living conditions which are prerequisites to get into an empowered personality, but it's not just a single thing that can actually lead to empowerment. It is not given, it is gained by the people. Again, very important. The next is, it has been previously denied in the terms in the constrained context, right? So whenever we are talking about the context of empowerment, we can say that a person can empower at any point, but it was previously at that point, at some point in time, the person was not empowered for a certain thing. So under this section, we'll focus on some of the important ways through which the gender indices are taken into account, and there have been three important dimensions under which the idea of empowerment has been given. So Naila Kabir actually talks about the three important concepts as resources, agencies, and achievements. Under the resources, what is important? The preconditions. The precondition is material. Now this material resources could be land, it could be money, it could be human resource in the form of education, better healthcare conditions, it could be social reforms in the form of better social relationships or networks that could be developed, right? So those are resources. The next is the agency. Agency is the process to act for certain thing. So it has a power to. Power to means an ability to act. The next is power with, that is a collective action, working together for the cause, and a power within, which is a self-driven, self-motivated aspect where we say an individual realizes the self-worth, the self-consciousness. And the next one under Naila Kabir's formulation is achievement, the outcomes. The outcome is the result of agency utilizing the resources. So realization of well-being or actualizations of potential of an individual are some of the things that are justified here. So outcomes are only signify empowerment if agency and choice is properly taken into account. So if agency and resources are properly done, then there would be automatic achievements that would be highlighted. So outcome occurs only with a better agency and choice that takes into account. Now, there was another important author who was Joe Rowland, and Joe Rowland talked about the model of power. Now, this model of power is a unique model which focuses on power over. Now, power over is a traditional control. So, empowerment seeks to dismantle this. Power to is a generative or productive power, which is basically an idea to create new possibilities and new frontiers. Power with is a collective power, which is a power of solidarity, organizing the things. And then we have power within, which is the self-consciousness, self-worth, which actually motivates an individual for self-respect, self-expectance, a spiritual strength that could be given to empower oneself. Now, Srilata Batliwala also talked about focusing empowerment with the challenges existing power relations and getting more control over the sources of power. So there have been various thinkers who have been working in various lines to bring in this aspect of empowerment, and the dimensions of empowerment are again important. Now, economic empowerment says when a person has